This is a long overdue review. Only took a month to get it, but I finally got it through Retro Card Venom. And just looking at this package, I can't wait to open it up. So let's get a closer look at the figure. Actually, first let's look at the packaging because I'm excited for this one. Oh boy, you have no idea. So let's take a look at the packaging and then we'll look at the figure. Spider-Man right there, celebrating Marvel 85 years. There's Venom himself. There's the picture of the character, and here's the back of the packaging with all the little accessory stuff, information. Nice little bio right there, if you can read that. I would say barcode, but that's not the actual barcode. And plus, you can only get this if you're in the US at Walmart, and it's sold out for me, and then it was like $55, but luckily I had a $50 gift card, so I only paid like $9 for this thing. So I'm so happy. So enough of the chatter. Let's look at the figure. Let's see what we're working with. Okay, here's the figure, and we're gonna do this a nice quick short video. This figure's been out for a month. I finally got it, thank God. This is a Walmart exclusive. This figure was sold out. You know, I thought I could wait until it came out. No, sold out the day before it was supposed to release. So I'd wait about a month. It was like $55. I got it for $9 something. I had a random $50 Walmart gift card lying around, so I used that. And here's the Venom. So we're gonna move these off to the side, and we're gonna take a look at this figure because there's some interesting things I want to talk about and point out, and then there's some things that people aren't too happy about, mostly with some of the articulation. So we're going to first get into the detail, and then we'll look at the articulation. We'll look at what exactly is supposed to be different from the Amazon one. I don't have the Amazon one, so I'm just going based off from other people that I've seen. So we're going to talk about that. So let's get into it. So let's look at the head. You can see this is the same kind of head that came with Amazon one, except the tongue was red instead of pink, and the eyes were not. Had like a silver sheen. They weren't completely white. And you can see, I think the paint for his eye went all the way up to like that corner. This one doesn't. But it's the same head. It's just different detail. The teeth are more separated. Everything else, the arms and the legs are the same from the Amazon 3-pack, but the torso is different. The torso actually has the articulated upper chest, and then the reverse ab crunch that usually comes with Spider-Man figures. But we'll get into more of that when we talk about the figure. You can see the spider logo has a nice raised texture, and it is 3D printed on there, and it goes all the way around into the back where the butterfly joints are, and it does continue on there. The arms are the same, you know. The only thing that's really different, I think, is the hands with the smaller trapezoids instead of the big like rectangle that were on the Amazon one. And you see it has a little symbiote tendril like looks on them. But no, every Venom has come with the same book. I believe this is mostly the Omega Red legs, because I do believe the 50th anniversary Wolverine 2-pack Sabretooth also uses these same legs, and the Amazon Venom and the Spider-Man animated series Cell Shaded Venom also have the same book. Another thing, I do believe that these hands are actually smaller than the Amazon one, so they scale just a little bit better. But just like the other two, big beefy figure. This is the only Venom figure that I have, so I can't do any head swaps and I can't do any comparisons with other figures that are Venom. If I do ever get the movie Venom, which I'm debating about, then I'll probably do like a quick short and just show you the comparison. But it's just, you know, all black, nice spider logo, pretty much the same figure, everybody's seen it. Let's just do a quick rundown of the articulation, and we'll talk more about the issues that are there. First, before we do that, let's look at the accessories, because the accessories I like. The extra head, we'll talk about that. So first we're going to talk about the extra fists. You can see black hands with the smaller trapezoid, the white one. This hand on mine, the peg is really tight, so I won't put this one on here, and I haven't had a chance to heat it up with some hot water or hair dryer. So yeah, I'm gonna have to heat that up. Just be careful with that if that's like yours. This one is just fine. It moves just fine. So those are the hands. We'll take a look at the extra head now. So here's the extra head it comes with. This is probably the head I'm going to use on my Venom, but you can see this has that nice big evil devilish grin that Venom loves to have in the early renditions of the comics. I see people say it kind of looks like Mark Bagley's version from Lethal Protector, and it also kind of looks like Todd McFarlane's Venom. You can say either one, whichever one floats your boat, whichever one makes you happy. It's your figure, do what you want. Me personally, I more see Todd McFarlane. If you see Mark Bagley, that's you. But this will be the head that I'll be using. You see the eyes are different. Big cheesy, big grin that goes all the way up to the eyes. So yeah, this will be the head that I'll be using. So now we're actually going to look at the articulation, but we're going to start with the legs and arms first, then move on to the torso and head last, because that's where the conversation is, and I have lots of opinions on the head and the torso, so we'll talk about those last so I can spend more time talking about those. So let's look at the arms and legs first. So he does have double jointed legs. They're pinned obviously with a thigh swivel right there, no calf cut, and then ankles that hinge back and forth and side to side. One thing I will note, and obviously ball jointed hips. One thing I do want to point out, the legs are a little gummy, so just be careful. And then in the arms, wrist articulation, double jointed elbows. And the way the joint is that the edges kind of hide underneath the forearm, which I find kind of nice. And the arms are also a little gummy, so be careful with those. And then of course there's the bicep swivel. And of course they can go 90 degrees that far. And of course butterfly joint that can go back that and go forward like that. And of course the shoulders can go all the way around. Now let's actually talk about this torso first, because this torso is completely new. So it does have a reversed ab crunch and the upper body moving like per se like other Spider-Man figures. So let me just have it showing you an example. If I can find my figures. Apologies if you can hear me rummaging through the bags. So like the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, you know, upper body moves and then reverse ab crunch, you know, actually makes a difference. So that's an example. Here's this. The reverse ab crunch kind of makes a difference, but I mean, there's not, with the upper body at least, it's some movement, not an absurd amount, but there's at least a little bit of a difference. I mean, he arches back that and it goes back that far. But I mean, he's also a bigger figure, so it might be a little bit more articulation than per se like the Amazon one, where it was just regular ab crunch, that's it, and the waist. But other than that, I mean, it's not the biggest difference in the world. One good thing about having a torso is you don't have the holes from the tendrils in the back. But I mean, the articulation is nice. It can go all the way around. Crunch forward, crunch back, side to side. Go forward and back up here. I mean, it's not the biggest changes. It works. It is nice to have and it works. Now let's talk about the head. And this is where a lot of the people's complaints are, and a little bit of mine. So he can't look down. He can barely look down, and he can't really look up, and he has a little bit of tilt, and he can go all around, but that's about it. here's the issue. The Amazon one has a ball joint waist. This has a really shallow dumbbell. I have seen people Dremel the backs and the fronts to kind of give it more articulation, but that dumbbell is like really short, long. For example, this one has a ball jointed swivel on the head, so it gets more forward and back. You don't get no like tilt to the left and right, but you get everything else, and you have more articulation. Why did they not just keep this a ball joint instead of doing a dumbbell joint? I have no idea. Fun fact, so if you take the other head and you put that on there, you kind of get just a little bit more articulation, a little bit, and it's just because there's no tongue in the way. But I mean, yeah, that's the biggest complaint with this figure. Other than that, I mean, the figure's perfectly fine. Don't get me wrong, I have my few minor gripes with it, but other than that, I think this figure's fine. I needed a Venom in my collection. This is perfect. I'm probably gonna release a pinless version. I'll end up getting that, but this one works for me for right now. So let's look at some comparisons now that I've talked about the articulation and kind of the issues there. First up, here he is with the retro carded Target exclusive Carnage. That's how Venom and Carnage should scale. Not that Carnage taller than him from the movie. That did not, no. This is how it's supposed to look. For another Spider-Man villain comparison, here he is with the VHS Animated Series 2-pack Vulture. For some Spider-Man comparisons, here he is with the Superior Spider-Man. It would be really nice to get a symbiote Superior Spider-Man figure, but I doubt that's ever going to happen. And here he is with the VHS Animated Series 2-pack Spider-Man that comes with the Vulture. And for some movie Spider-Man comparisons, here he is with Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man No Way Home. And for another figure that's also wore a symbiote costume, here he is with X-Men 97 Wolverine. And to see how he scales with another bigger figure, here he is with the retro carded Iron Man Wave She-Hulk. And as always, here he is with Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. But today we had a look at the Spider-Man retro card Venom, Walmart exclusive. You saw my thoughts and opinions. Comment down below what you think of the figure. I still think it's an amazing figure, despite the limited head articulation and the new torso being nice, but the reverse ab crunch and everything not having the biggest impact on it. You know, just sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Give me your opinions on this figure. A unmaxed Eddie Brock head would have been really nice to add. Just a little something extra. But thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and have an amazing day. And remember, Toy Life, Best Life. Crimson out.